Welcome back, everyone. Today we have Amanita with Volley Scout. It's still a thing, I guess. Unfortunately, Prismatic Enigma got tweaked to be a quick charge 1 weapon, so it lost its damage, lost its speed. It's not as good of a volley stick, but in return it's kind of a better normal weapon. It's an interesting trade-off. It's not good for the build, obviously, but I couldn't figure out a better way to use it. Yeah. So just like traditional hunter in the sense that there is no, it's not blending, it's not origin of void. There's no key strike. I might blow up this ember further by mistake. So this is in fact first video as a developer, which is cool. It's not gonna change much. I'm not gonna leak anything just because I'm now a developer. I mean, I was an intern for a while anyway. But if I was repeating the timeline, interesting fact, I guess. I really need to be using my eagle eye, but keep thinking about talking rather than playing the game. When I play the game, I don't think about talking. It causes that kind of awkwardness. There is the big slime it spawned. Big slime spawned out. Upload schedule will probably get worse. I have not only gotten dev responsibility, I am also responsible for things as well, so like super cooked. Although if all goes well, there might be time. There may or may not be timed release happening in like let's say 3 days. I think I will probably not be announcing that one in Discord because I will be skiing or snowboarding rather, and might be cooked. The lag is getting me. What did I do? Die. Yeah, so I will be having fun, man. I will be somewhere on a slope. So you've got to like and subscribe and hit that bell and so on for if you want to be notified when that one comes out. Good. Wind Bomb U is just kind of you deploy your domain expansion and disable any movement abilities in the. Please tell me I don't die here. I think fine. Yeah, I will. Yeah, it's kind of a domain expansion. You disable every movement ability except for like that, except for like teleports, and then dashes get like super nerfed. Oh god, I've missed everything. I really don't like the, speaking as a player of course, I do not like the reverb nerf that Enigma got, because, I mean, I understand why you couldn't have reverb 7 on it, because in the old days reverb chaining was a real problem where you could just get, like, infinite damage if you had enough mobs, because it would increase slightly in the damage you dealt. But now, like, reverb, because you know the damage calculation is 10% of the triggering attack plus 5% of the overkill, right? But that's no longer the case for specifically like reverb chains. hate these guys. What if you all like stood in the same general? Yeah, it's no longer the case. You just have a reverb projectile doesn't have that 5% overkill component anymore. And then now the Enigma's reverb 5 and it's really sad. The other thing possibly try is oh dear. That's very mean. I missed everything, holy. Yeah, there's other reverb weapons, I guess, like Herald's Cruelty, but that's a QC3 weapon and it's kind of magic coded anyway. Not that it helps, I think Yarrows doesn't even like take reverb properly, and okay, I see how it is. Oh, and Eagle Eye is back. So okay, jeez. I am cooked. I'm just cooked, I think. So, the charm setup doesn't have any split arrows in it. Okay, wait. I guess if I'm going to talk about, I don't know, start talking about like the build. Okay. The context of this is that it was made shortly after the December Scout nerfs, the one that turned Volley you from you shooting a 360-degree arc into your volley is twice as wide. And this, on the surface of it, is a bad thing, but it enabled one single combination that I'm using right now. And I swear this was not like insider influence, okay? Oh, the mobs here. Okay. You can run low side carving, which is minus arrows, and then you can cancel that with an enhancement point, right? That minus 5 arrows, you cancel that with the thing. You have like you have a bunch more arrows, and you're totally fine. Your volley arc is like R1, R2 style, and it's like you'd think you would need it, but you really don't, because you also have a CC tool that lets you determine where the mobs are going to be. It's called Wind Bomb you. You just use this vortex and grab onto everything, and suddenly you are fine. Yeah, so that handles like part of it, and your volley is on a short enough cooldown that you can just reasonably words are hard. You can reasonably just use it in almost every encounter, right? Unfortunately, the volley does literally slightly less damage than a regular shot, but it's fine for the most part. So there's two options for the crossbow that you use here. It is Enigma, or you can use Arcane Rifle. Arcane Rifle is really weird here. It is good, but it's not as good as it could be because your volley's sticking with a QC2 crossbow. The redeeming feature of it is it's piercing. And like, if it was a piercing crossbow to use, then I would probably be using that instead, but not. Enigma is great because you can get away with the much narrower volley arc because you don't actually care that much. As long as you hit like a decent number of mobs with the thing, stragglers will be cleaned up by your reverb. Like that. And oh god. Okay, stop moving. And if you have enough mobs to supply it, I mean, split arrow iframe, so you only get one prop per per mob per tick, right? But no, you only damage the same mob once per tick. That's what I mean to say. But your reverbs, I think, don't. I think. So basically, as long as you hit enough things, right? Even in that case where the Iron Golem was slightly behind that pillar, or if it's like slightly above or below, or a little bit to the sides of the volley, you'll still be fine, really. Charm setup. The Sharpened Marksman charm might not be the play here, to be so for real. Might actually be better to be running something. Oh god. Oh god, contact damage. That thing's gonna blow up. Okay. Okay, Transcendent Duplication. I do not dare to take that fight in the narrow hallway because the subjugation has a pull. But the thing is that it's like by far Sharpened Marksman is the best. I can't Eagle Eye because Intrepid Stab. I won't reach those. They're too far away. Sharpened Marksman is by far the best value for your, in terms of Sharpshooter charms. Like, it is laughable how much worse the other ones are. But Scout rework tomorrow, so I mean, yeah. Well, we can. That's why we're doing Scout rework. Dreadful damage now. But maybe it's better to be running like Split Arrow charm or just straight up volley damage charm, so that my kill move is actually better, especially because like low side carving incentivizes you running more. That was a perfect shot. Look at the way those fighters just lined up to jump for me. So nice. Okay, I guess that's karma. You know, missing every shot. So the other parts of this charm setup are Intrepid Stare, because Intrepid Stare is really good. Like 95% vulnerability on the first 2 hits ideal. Sign me up. Like I am using crossbow dagger, so it's not like theoretically would be better with just crossbow, but you know, sure, I will take 95% vulnerability on the first 2 hits, which means basically permanent because 2 hits is a kill. Right. Yeah, and then in order to make that consistent, the first trick is you play in the ring, right? Because there's like a billion. Like, you play with a sufficiently high legionary level that 2 spawners is enough to refresh your Eagle Eye, and then you run the Greater Rapacious, which is, you know, was nerfed by, oh god, it's arm effect bolt in half, but like bolt in half is still good. I mean, I only need to refresh 18 out of the 24 seconds because my volley is on a 6-second cooldown anyway, so I don't take encounters faster than that for the most part. Can I shoot this thing? For the most part. Okay, forgot that you were not actually done. And for more fragile mobs, you can just do that. You don't need to be... You don't need to do this. You don't need Eagle Eye, but and you probably should. And for single encounters, it's like dagger and then quickdraw and then dagger again before you actually bother shooting, because it's kind of an investment to actually shoot your crossbow. Because you have to draw You have to draw it again, which is a little bit annoying, but it's okay. Yeah, and then I guess the last part of the scout nerfs in December was Frag Shaft and Flash Royal. Flash Royal is kind of bad. I don't think I've seen anyone use it. The idea was basically just we don't want, like, it was boring because it was literally just instant picks. Those charms were so insanely good. Like, there was no point in running a hunter that didn't have them. To some extent, there's still not much of a reason to not run Frag Shaft, and then Flash Royal was just bad. I mean, but you can't say we did. Yeah. Wait, I have to check my recording. I periodically check my recording to make sure I'm recording, because, like, okay, 15 minutes to daily restart. I forgot about that. I have not been playing during daily restart time since, like, ever, so I forgot that that's an actual problem, and I need to finish this run, but I think I'll be fine. I think I'll finish it. Otherwise, you will have to watch a 30-minute video, and I don't think I'm gonna get much viewer attention on a 30-minute video. The idea was basically, you know, if your build needs split arrow range, then you run it, and if it doesn't, then you don't run it, and you have to actually think about the cost of it. But the rest of the scout charms are still bad, so, like, there's no, you're not losing much. It's just that, like, now you're losing out on damage, and it's like, if you were to run true traditional, then yes, it will work out, but in the sense that you just use your charm power that you're doing nothing with anyway for that. But in this case, I'm not. I do actually need my charm power for things like carving and Shepherd Stare, so I have to reposition myself so my volley hits that other further mob who will eat that Arcanic Bolt because I have Temple Poise cloaked. So, I don't know, it didn't really work out, but Delve mobs are so damn tanky. Like, these Embers of Knowledge just do not die. I might die. I don't know why I went for the spawner. I've been using... Okay, I can actually let that blow up, because it is in the water. Unless it dies, which it might. It's trying to escape the water. Don't do that. Blow up in the water. I want to see the... Okay, fine. You asked for it. Anyway. I don't know, you still take Frag Shaft because, like, more AoE is more gooder for the most part. I thought maybe on Enigma you wouldn't because you need the single target more and you can abuse your low side carving from her AoE, but it turns out that, like, more AoE is actually more single target too, because Volley. So. Hee. I didn't know these guys swam. Die. And I fell into the water. Damn it. I don't remember if I've done a video with this build before. Can you spawn? Okay, this is super cooked. I need to clear out the mobs before I deal with the Twisted Champion for the... Okay, he set up his shield. Oh, I see how it is. Oh god. Because either that or I deal with them separately. Fully separately. Like, we do not want to be using an Enigma on a Twisted because it's just kind of no damage. So on bosses, I keep a Kisawith in my thing, in my inventory, and then I just whack with it. And the nice staircase. It's like huge amounts of base damage, regicide. It is really effective. It's a good volley stick actually, if you can stomach being that close to the mobs. But I mean, I still prefer Enigma because... Oh god, another spawn wave, what the hell? Why? What did I do to you? I do not deserve this. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember if I've showed off the build. It is fairly straightforward. It's like, okay, die. Good enough. Any chest here, or am I just like here for literally nothing? I'm here for nothing. I could have not cleared this area. Yeah. So it's like standard up to Memory of the Star, and Memory of the Star is there because like you already have adaptability from Pulsing Orb, and currently the way that Hunter plays is like you can if you can stand there and take 1 or 2 hits without flinching, then you can sacrifice the need to like dodge and move in order to just face your enemy head on and do your entire spell combo of like Wind Bomb, Eagle Eye Volley. Or you could be good and like shoot all of that at once, but I'm not that good. Are there mobs there? Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because the elite finisher. Here we go. Yeah, so that's why, I mean, the damage is like lackluster. If I was a better player, better in the sense of like being able to dodge attack while dealing with drawing my crossbow and such, I'd probably be running like Lamellic. Like, this benefits a lot from just damage, because, you know, Reverb scales off damage, Reverb chaining scales off damage, and generally, if you can finish your enemies in that one volley shot, rather than having to deal... Oh god. Rather than having to deal with the consequence... Okay, can I hit anything ever? Rather than having to deal with, like, them while you reload. It's better. The thing that okay, weapon alternatives, versatile vase instead of dagger is one thing, but then you don't get to like melee stab enemies, which is a bit sad. And then, yeah, you also have to contend with like the terrible projectile speed of vase, which is, you know, part of the challenge obviously, but not a challenge I particularly enjoy. It's part of the item. But like for crossbows, as I said, it's arcane rifle, it's this, and it's shooting star if you're a bow user. Because explosive is a great engine. You could probably also run pipe puncher, but I'm just gonna do that. It has the same issue as Kisawith, where it's like you have good damage, but only in the point blank range. It is good CC, because you'll be able to hit everything away, so it won't really threaten you anymore, but at the same time it's like, what are you using CC for? Well, after your volley, everything should be dead. In this case, like, everything just ends up on its way to dying, because of the reverb. Okay. Well, shouldn't be harassed or checklist and chest anymore, so let's see. Laboratory apron. I below. Such a not good projectile piece, but what can you do? Literally just blast fire. It's just an agility projectile damage, and is what it is. Alright.